Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to start running a declutter series. Lately I've been rummaging through my makeup collection and I've noticed there's a fair few products in there that kind of need wheedling out. So I thought, why not do them together? So if this is your thing too, hit the subscribe button, then ring the bell and you'll be notified of all the future declutter videos in the series, really. Sorry, my mind just went totally blank there. And just think, this intro is going to be on the front of every one of the declutter videos. Nice. I'm not going to delete it, I'll just keep it real. So make sure you've got a cup of tea, you've pulled up a chair and you're comfortable, because these are going to be quite long ones, I think. So with that being said, like I said, pop the kettle on, pull up a chair, I'm going to jump in the shower, and let's dive into these declutters. Hi guys, welcome back to part 5, I think we're on now, of my makeup collection and declutter. We're on blushes. I've got quite a few here. I absolutely love blush. This is going to be really difficult for me, I think. There's a lot of favourites here. I think there's a new one, but I can see that there's quite a few that I can also pass on because I don't use them anymore. I've got all my powders here, and I've also over here got my sort of sticks, creams, liquid blushes in there. So once we've cleared through the powders, we go through those. As I've said in my previous declutter videos, none of this will be going to waste at all. If it's really old, unfortunately it will have to go in the bin, but I can't see anything here that is really old, so we're all good on that front. And the others I've just been boxing up, and it's going to go to family and friends and see what they want. So I hope you've got a cup of tea and you're sitting comfortably, because these can tend to be quite long. Yeah, and if you do like this style of videos, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and you'll be notified of all the rest of the declutters and collections in the series. So let's jump in, and the first one I can see here is from Primark. It's the PS range, and it says by invitation only, and it's their Ombre Blush. Now I've been looking at the bottom of this one and there's no shade. I do not reach for this at all. It comes up quite pale on my skin, so I'm not really a fan of it. Plus it's absolutely huge. This doesn't fit in my blush drawer. I have to stick it in with my face palettes, so I'm going to pass this one on. This one I absolutely love. It's from Revolution, and it's the Vivid Baked Blush, and it is in the shade Love Me the Best. I really do like this one. You can see it's kind of like all different kind of shades of pink. I'm hoping you can see the swatches. This one comes up quite pale on my skin, quite light, but it's got a really nice glow, so I'm going to keep hold of that one. I know that as soon as I start swatching, I'm like, I can't get rid of that. Oh no, I can't get rid of that one. I'm going to be terrible. This is one I'm going to pass on. It's the Essence Blush Lights, and it's in the shade Cassis Sunburst. Now this one, I just don't reach for it at all. I think I've swatched it. I've used it maybe once or twice, but yeah, I'm going to pass this one on. But I do want to try some of Essence's other blushes, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for those. There's another one here I can pass on. I don't know what brand this is. It's from a subscription box, and it says it's a baked blush, but this comes up like a highlight on my skin. Really not a fan of it. I've swatched the wrong hand. Hang on, because it's holding it in the wrong hand. There we go. It's kind of like this bottom one here. Look, as you can see, it's more like a highlight, but I just don't reach for it. So I'm going to pass that one along. Oh, it's getting difficult now. And one that I am going to keep, this is from Ofra, and it's Blush Charm. This is absolutely stunning. This is perfect for kind of like winter, fall. Absolutely gorgeous colour. It's a very deep blush. I absolutely love it. You can see it there. Sorry, get my other arm out of the way. Yeah, you can see it there. It's not a very good swatch. It's quite difficult swatching from this angle, but this one is definitely a keeper. Another one I'm going to keep is my Nars Orgasm. This is just a classic, isn't it? Everybody I know has this and enjoys it, so I'm going to keep hold of this one. It's starting to look a bit funny on the top though, so I don't know how long I'm going to have with that one. These two, oh, I'm really not sure. One of these needs to stay and one of them needs to go, so I'm going to put them to one side for when we've got some more space. The same with the Bourjois. Another one I'm going to let go. This is from Lottie London. I got this in a subscription box and it's in the shade Haze. Here's another one that I just don't reach for. I've got plenty of blush and, you know, I'm not reaching for that one. So I will pass that one along. Oh, this one. This is the Rimmel Maxi blush. I absolutely love this. This is relatively new to me and it is called Third Base. I do really like this one. It's a deeper kind of blush. It looks absolutely gorgeous on the cheeks and I like this for autumn and fall as well. As you can tell by my blushes, I do like the more kind of deeper shades. This one is new to me and I'm on the fence with it. It's from Beauty Bay and it's in the shade Blossom. Now let's get a good swatch. If you can see the colour there in the pan, I'm hoping the light kind of picks up. It's quite glittery, and then if I show you, it's this one here. It's really pink, so I'm kind of still playing with this one, so for the time being I'm going to keep hold of it. I'm really not sure how I feel about kind of Beauty Bay's highlighters and kind of bronzers and blushes and stuff. Their eyeshadows are absolutely amazing, but I'm really on the fence with kind of some of the shades in their other stuff. Here's another one I'm going to keep. This is from the brand Sleek and it's in the shade Rose Gold. I love this blush. It is gorgeous. Look at that. I'm going to swatch it for you as well. This is one of my favourites. There we go. Look at that. Stunning shade. Look at that glow. It's really, really lovely. I tend to go for this sort of like in the summer. Really, really nice one. It feels wet as well, and it's kind of got that pinky kind of peachy orangey tone to it, so it's not like anything else that I have, so I don't mind keeping that one. This one I'm going to pass on. It's from Catrice and it's the blush box and it's a glowing multicolour. What shade is it in? Dulce Vita. This just doesn't show up on my skin at all. I can't even get it to swatch properly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The powder's fine. It just, you know, it just doesn't go with my skin tone. So I'm going to pass that one along. Let's start bringing some of these in. Another favourite of mine, this is from Kiko Milano and it's a Sicilian Notes blush and it is Panamera Mauve or Mauve, I think it is. This is gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. It's so glowy, but it's kind of like a mauvey kind of glow and it's got a really nice fragrance to it. It smells like a very attractive man. So I'm going to keep hold of this one. I reach for this quite a bit. I really enjoy it. My downfall is, on my vanity, my blushes sit in my left hand drawer. So when I'm doing my makeup, they are literally there at my left hand. So if I fancy drifting away from what I'm using in my everyday makeup drawer, I tend to reach into the drawer and that's one I reach for quite regularly. This is L'Oreal's Life's a Peach and it is a really, really peachy blush. Now I've put this in my everyday makeup drawer a couple of times and reached for it a few times, but it's just kind of not the shade that I gravitate to. And unfortunately a really beautiful friend of mine gave me this, so I'm a bit sad because I'm going to let it go so that somebody else can use it. 'Cause, you know, it's just something what I just don't reach for, but Ellie might go for this one, I think, 'cause it's a very kind of unique shade to her. So I'm passing that one along. What else do we have here? Oh no. This is my Charlotte Tilbury blush. It's Cheek to Chic and it's in Love Glow. This one, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass along as well. It is just way too light for me. It doesn't show up at all. Packaging is absolutely gorgeous and this cost quite a bit of money. But I'm going to repurchase one in the shade Pillow Talk. I really want to get that one. So, you know, I will have another one back in the collection, just not in this shade, but I'm sure one of my friends or family will snap it up. And as you can see from the kind of dent I've made in it, I really have tried to make it work. It's just really unfortunate, that one. One that I'm definitely keeping is Milani's Baked Blush, and this is Luminoso. This is another one that so many people have. This is that pinky peachy kind of glowy tone. This is very unique to my collection. I don't have one like it. So I'm definitely keeping hold of that one. Absolutely love it. This is where it's starting to get very difficult. I've got two e.l.f. blushes here. I do love the e.l.f. blush formula, but there's actually several in here. But we'll go for these ones first. And I have got one in Mellow Mauve. I don't think I need both of these. And the other shade is Blush in Rose. So let's give these a swatch and see which one I would prefer to keep. The packaging is quite good, you know. They're quite compact, but I think I'm going to keep this one here, which is Blush in Rose, and let the other one go. It's quite a pale one, and I've got other shades that are like this. So there we go. That wasn't that difficult. I've got an e.l.f. haul on its way with a few bits, and I think I might have bought another blush. Absolutely crazy. I've got two more e.l.f. blushes here, and I'm going to keep both of these. This one's the Primer Infused blush, and it's in Always Silly. Absolutely love that one. And this one is Always Rosy. So I'm going to keep both of those. They are absolutely gorgeous shades, and e.l.f. have really upped their formula with these. I think they perform really well. I have got two Wet n Wild ones here, and I've got Rose Champagne, and this one is Mellow Wine. Now, I love both of these, but do I need both of these? I'm going to swatch them both. This one I've actually had twice. I knocked it off of the dining room table and it shattered, so I had to repurchase it. Right, so this one is the bottom shade here, and it's quite pale, but it's very glowy. And this one is more deeper, and there's not so much of a glow on it. It's quite a matte blush. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't regret it, I'm going to keep both of these. What do we have left? Let's start bringing these in. Right, I've got one here from Ciate London. This came in a subscription box, and it's in the shade Matchmaker. This is another one that I don't really reach for. I think I've used it once or twice. It was okay, but I've got so many others that I prefer, so I'm going to pass that one along. I've got another one here that I'm going to pass along, and this is from Milani, and it's the Romantic Rose, shade 01. This is absolutely gorgeous, but it just doesn't show up on my skin at all. It's a very neutral blush, so I'm going to pass this one along. It used to have a nice fragrance, but it doesn't really anymore. So I'm hoping somebody else can get some enjoyment out of that. Oh, and I've just knocked the camera. I do apologise for that. Right, I have two of these e.l.f. ones, but I don't need to keep both of these. I have got one in Pomegranate and one in Pumpkin Spice. Now there is Pumpkin Spice, and this one is Pomegranate. What finger have I swatched that one? I think, looking at them in the pan, Pomegranate is the top one, Pumpkin Spice is the bottom. I think I'm going to keep the Pomegranate one. Pumpkin Spice, it's more of a kind of nudie blush, and the other one is quite pink. So I'm going to pass this one along and keep this one. I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought I would have done. Another one I know I can definitely pass along straight from the off. This is from Physicians Formula, and it's the Butter Blush, and this is in Plum Rose, and this is the same as the Milani one. It just doesn't show off on my skin. It's too neutral for me. I need something with a bit more pigment to it. Still smells absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I am going to look into picking another one of these up in a different shade, something that's slightly deeper and pinkier. So I'll pass that one along. Right, what do we have here left? This one is from BH Cosmetics, and it's the Floral Blush, and it's in, what shade is that? It doesn't say, it just says cheek colour, Fiji Fun, I think that might actually say. This is absolutely gorgeous. I do like this. I've not reached for this in a while. Absolute gorgeous shade. I'm definitely keeping this one. This one's going to go in my everyday makeup drawer for next month. This is definitely, look at that. It just blends like a dream. Yeah, I'm going to put it in my everyday makeup drawer next month so I can really make sure I get some use out of it and love it like how it should be. I've got 3 bourgeois pots here. I love these little pots, but I do not need 3 of them. This is Rosy Frisson, I think. We have got Jasper Rose, I think that one is. Sorry, a lot of this is in French. And this one is Golden Rose. Now, I definitely don't need all 3 of these. These smell absolutely gorgeous if you give them a little bit of a sniff. So I'm going to give them a swatch just to see which one I prefer, really. Right. So I think the one I prefer out of 3 of those, as you can see, 2 of them aren't really showing up very well. It was the one at the bottom, which is this one here. So I'm going to keep hold of this one and pass these 2 on. Alright, oh. That one I'm keeping. Falling behind. Right, here I have got, sorry, there's my swatch remover there. The XX Revolution Blush, and this is in the shade Obscure. Now, I've not hardly touched this. Let's see what shade this is. If this is too kind of orangey, then I'm going to pass that on. Yeah, that's too kind of orangey for me. So I'm going to pass this one along. It's a really nice blush. The formula is absolutely lovely. But, yeah, it's just not my shade. I have got a Colourpop blush here, and this is from their Disney collection, and it's the Court of Miracles. This is an absolute gorgeous colour. It's a very pink. I don't think I have anything else like this in my collection at all. There it is. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the packaging, and it's Colourpop. I love Colourpop. So I'm going to keep hold of this one. And I think the last 3 here, I'm going to keep them. This one is the Revolution Relove, and this is in the shade Kindness. I do absolutely love this. And it's so affordable, and for how much it costs. Sorry, it's a bit dusty there. And you got the highlight as well. For how much that costs, the pigment and the highlight on it, it's absolutely amazing. I do recommend you check out the Relove brand from Revolution. Absolutely amazing. Good, very, very good value for money, I think. I've run out of space in my pot. I have got the Essence, the blush, and this is in the shade, what's that, Befitting. This is relatively new to me. Unfortunately, when it arrived, it looked like something had cut through the packaging, but because the product itself wasn't damaged, I just decided to keep it. It's absolutely fine. Gorgeous shade, blends like a dream, absolutely love it. So I'm going to keep hold of that one. And my last one here is from Rimmel, and it's in Pink Rose. This is quite a nice neutral kind of rosy pinky shade. Absolutely love this one. It's really small, it's compact. You don't know you've got it in a drawer, which kind of a bit of my trouble. I kind of lose it every now and again. But yeah, definitely keeping hold of that one. That at the moment is in my everyday makeup drawer, so I'm currently using it. So that was all my powder blushes. So let's move on to my creams. They're kind of in a pot here. So let's get them out. There's quite a few of these here that I no longer use. So we can probably get through quite a few of these, I think. So excuse all the noise. There we go. And this one, straight off from Revolution, and it's called Peaches. It's the Blush and Lift. Yeah, Blush and Lift. This one's called Peaches. It's just too peachy for me. I didn't think it would be that kind of peachy. This is really difficult to work with as well. The formula dries really fast, so you have to blend this out quickly, and then it's kind of becomes a bit sticky. It's really strange. I just have trouble working with it, and if I'm not an absolute massive fan of the shade, then it just makes me kind of think, well, I can't be bothered to have to put in the extra effort for it. So that one is going. I have got another one here. This I'm definitely keeping. It's my Colourpop Super Shock Cheek, and this is in the shade Birthday Suit. I've nearly done this now. I need to finish this off and repurchase this shade and get another one, because this is just absolute gorgeous. It feels wet when it goes onto the skin, blends absolutely amazingly, doesn't go patchy. Really, really love it. Look at that packaging, it's just ugh. Yeah, definitely want to pick up some more shades in that. Another one I can pass on, I just don't reach for this. This is from, I think it's Downtown Paris, and it's a liquid blush. And I'm trying to see what shade it is. Doesn't really say a shade, but this is quite red. It's a really kind of deep, and it's a very serum-y kind of blush. It's really strange. It blends in a very peculiar way, and it looks like there's little bits in it, which is just bizarre. So I am going to pass that one along. I just don't reach for it. If it doesn't perform how it should, then I won't use it. One of my favourites that I'm going to keep, this is Pixie by Petra, and this is in the shade Baby Petal. I've mentioned this in several videos. I use it on my lips, I use it on my cheeks. It's an absolute stunning shade. It blends like a dream. It's got a slight glow to it. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely keeping that one. I would like to try some more of their blushes. Another one I'm going to keep hold of, this is from Revolutionary Love, and it's the Baby tint, and it is the lip and cheek tint. This is in the shade Baby, and it really is kind of a very pale, sorry you can see my burn there, it's a very pale shade of pink. Absolutely gorgeous glow. I really do like this for that no makeup look. It looks a very subtle colour on my hand, but when it's on my cheeks, it's just that kind of really nice subtle flush. I do like that. And it's tiny. It doesn't take up any room in my drawer, which is what I like. This one I'm going to pass on. This is the Revolution Super Dewy, and it is the blush shade. What shade are you? This is... It's a really pale pink. I can't read the shade on there, it's too small. This is way too pale. I cannot see it on my cheeks at all. So unfortunately I'm going to pass that one along. I have got the MUA Blushed Cream Liquid Cream Blush, and this is in the shade Misty Rose. Have I used this? I'm going to swatch these two here side by side, because I don't want to keep both of them. And this one, this is the M&Co Beauty Lip and Cheek Tint, and this is in Flamingo Pink. So I'll swatch that next to it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one's too orange. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the Flamingo Pink one and pass the orangey one on. So I'm going to keep this one here. Look at that shade. That's kind of like a really nice, it's like a more of a red than a pink. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would have done. I thought I would have kind of gone, oh no, I can't get rid of anything, kept it all. But yeah, we are moving through. I've got two here from Elf. I don't need both of those. This one, it doesn't even tell you what it is. there's absolutely nothing on the packaging. It doesn't even tell me what it's called. I think that might be Soft Rose. So there's this one. I've had it quite a while, and this is the Elf Putty Blush, and I think this one's in Turks and Caicos, is it? Pretty sure it's Turks and Caicos. I do like that one. I kind of like both of them really, but they are quite similar. Turks and Caicos on the top, and the other Elf one is on the bottom, but I think I'm going to keep the putty one. So I'm going to keep this one. The other Elf one, I just don't reach for it that often, and I've got a lot of stuff that I can be using. Oh, most of these I use now quite regularly and I really like, so this is quite difficult. This is from Avon. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the 2-in-1 Cushion Cloud Creamy Lip and Cheek colour, and this is Sugar and Spice. This is a really deep blush. If I can get some of it to come out. Yeah, it's very thick. It's a very deep shade, as you can see. But if you take a small amount of this, see, even that is way too much, but you can see kind of just how well this blends out and how far it goes. You do not need a lot of it either. You also have a lot of time to kind of have, you get, sorry, I'm trying to get my words out. You have a lot of time to play with it, so it's not one of those ones that dries down super fast, and that it's still blending all over the place. Absolutely love it. So I'm keeping hold of that one. My arm now looks awful. It's covered in tons and tons of swatches. I've got makeup everywhere. This one is from the brand Inica. This came from in my I think it's my Love Luda box. It's in the shade Morning. I really enjoy it because it's glowy, but there's just not a lot of colour there. I get a glow, but you don't really see the pigment because it's just too much of a light shade. So I'm going to pass this one along. I have got one here from LA Girl, and this is the Velvet Blush Contour Stick. And what shade are we? Something Birthday. That's a very pink. Yeah, that's a very girly pink. I'm going to pass this one along. It's just not a shade that I'm really going to use very regularly. Plus I have an absolute ton of others that I can use. I have got one from the Beauty Crop, and what shade are you? Mauve. Just says it's mauve. This is the one I think I really like. Yeah. Sorry, it's this one here. I'm absolutely covered in swatches now. I'm going to keep hold of this one. Absolutely gorgeous shade. This is a really lovely formula as well. It's kind of like that silky kind of creamy. It's so easy to blend. Really enjoy that one. And then I think the last ones, I'm going to keep these for. I've got two of the Nude Sticks. This one is in the shade Mystic. I use this a lot on my lips as well as my cheeks. Absolutely stunning shade. And this one is in the shade Siren. As you can see, you've got a nice nude here. This is Mystic, and this is Siren, which is an absolute gorgeous red. So I'm going to keep both of those. I do get a lot of use out of these. This is an oldie but a goodie. I really like this. This is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, and it's in Dirty Pink. The formula on these blushes are really nice. I really like them. It's just sitting on my knuckle up here. Yeah, really like them. It's quite a thick, wet kind of formula, but it's so easy to blend. and that is one of the perfect tones for my cheeks. And this last one I'm going to keep. This is the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick. And what shade are you? Dazzling Peony. I use this quite a lot. It's a mess. Look. It's just everywhere. Let's see if I can swatch it up here. It's this one here. Absolutely stunning. Love it. This blends so well. I think I've ordered another one of these in a much deeper shade. So I'm really looking forward to trying that. Right, this is going to be really difficult to bring everything back. So I'm keeping those and decluttering this whole pot here. Wow. Keeping these ones. Oh, that one's about to fall out. I need bigger pots. And I am keeping these. That is an awful lot of blush left, but this is a lot that I'm actually passing on, so I'm really, really pleased. This is going to create so much space in my drawer. Yeah, really, really happy. And look, I have blush everywhere. So yeah, thank you for joining me again today. The next one I'm going to sit down and do is highlights, which is going to be, I think, even harder. Yeah, there's some tough choices to make. So thank you for joining me again today, and I hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, lovelies, please take care. Bye bye.